Hello, my name is Bloodbath169, and welcome to Rollercoaster Tycoon Classic, otherwise known as a combination of Rollercoaster Tycoon 1, the first, and the two expansion packs that went along with that, Corkscrew Follies and Loopy Landscapes. Rollercoaster Tycoon, in my opinion, I can't say for factual, but in my opinion, probably the game that really kicked off the whole craze with building coasters and theme parks. I mean, this game spawned Roller Coaster Tycoon, all the other Roller Coaster Tycoons. It spawned Planet Coaster, it spawned Sim Coaster, it spawned Sim Theme Park. It started a whole thing. One of the first games I ever played, and I cannot begin to tell you how excited I am to be back to playing it. This is actually the second time that I have had to record this because the video got corrupted. So here we are again. With that being said, let's go ahead and dive right in. My preferences, I will double check them, but they should, and I emphasize the should, be acceptable. Let's go ahead and put my phone on silent too. So let's go ahead and hit start new game. Now, as you can see, we have quite a bit of potential here. And this will be a pretty long ongoing series because we're going to do an episode for each of these, heavily modified because some of these are pretty lengthy episodes. But this is all the episodes, or all the scenarios from the first one. We're going to be, of course, starting with Forest Frontiers there. Then we'll move on to the additional ones from Loopy Land, or Corkscrew Follies and Loopy Landscapes. Probably skip the real parks and the extras because neither of those are really to my interest. These are my three. And depending on how this does, we may try Rollercoaster Tycoon 2, and we may even go on to Rollercoaster Tycoon 3. So we'll just have to see how it goes. But let's go ahead and get started with Forest Frontiers. Deep in the forest, build a thriving theme park in a large cleared area. Our objective is to have at least 250 guests in the park at the end of October, year one, with a park rating of at least 600. Sounds good. That's something to keep in note of. Operating for theme parks is generally only within warm weather months. Not many people are there during the winter, and among other things, not all the rides can be used during the winter. Just as not all rides can be used during the rain, or should be used during the rain, I should say. So the first thing we're going to do, we start out with 0 guests, obviously, 10,000 in the bank right now, probably due to a loan, so we'll have to keep the loan interest in mind. First thing we're going to do, we're going to raise the entrance fee by $5 and open the park. Now, we don't have anything in the park yet, but that will change momentarily. We're going to go ahead, we're going to leave funding where it's at, and we're going to start off by building our first ride, that being a gentle ride. Now, to cut down on the haunted house specifically, which, let me back up a sec. Haunted house, large theme building containing scary corridors and spooky rooms. So kind of like the Haunted Mansion, I suppose, although I've never been in the Haunted Mansion. So we're going to set it right here. Now we're going to put the entrance on the back side. We want a long queue, but a very short exit. That way people can't get confused. The guest AI in this game are not what I would call the most brilliant known to man. We're going to do green paths here. Now let's modify a couple of settings with the haunted house. First of all, we're going to be greedy and we're going to charge $1. And we're not going to do music. And we're going to do the wooden style because we are in the woods, so let's kind of try to keep with the theme, although the squirrel topiary kind of messes with that. And let's go ahead and we'll open this and we'll rename this to be Cabin in the Woods. Alright. Okay, so now there's our gentle ride. Well, not everybody is going to want to go on a gentle ride, so let's kind of have a variety here. Excuse me. And we're going to end up with kind of a segmented park here. And we're going to do our best here along the path. We're going to try not to obstruct things as much as we can. So we're going to put a ride here. This is your what's nicknamed the scrambled eggs. I put that in the wrong place. Let's try that one more time, and we'll put it where it belongs. There we go. So entrance, here, and exit there, so that way we don't lose the bench here. And this will be up $1 also. And we're going to color this one. We're going to go with a kind of grass green that it's on right now. We're going to make it look like our supports here are wood. So kind of dull, earthy tones, but kind of fitting with what we have here. We're going to go ahead and name this, what's a good name for a scrambler? Barrel roll. There we go. Okay, and yeah, so I already got the alert and I did not hook up the path. So here's the entrance, which we're going to put over here. That way it doesn't interfere with anything. And we have our first guest. And we're going to move our path out. Now, next thing we're going to do, we're going to set up a pattern here. So we have kind of going to do an alternating pattern. It helps keep the litter problem down, always an issue. We're going to end fatigue guests. So we're going to do bench, lamp, trash can, lamp, bench, lamp, trash can, lamp, bench, lamp, trash can, and lamp. And that'll automatically be moved around. Okay, so next thing we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and expand out. And we're going to leave this space empty. But we're going to do 1, 2, 3, and 4. Because we want our concession stand. So let's go ahead and do ice cream, which counts as a food, naturally enough. And that's going to be a green building. And we're going to charge $1, but we're going to charge the same price throughout the park and open that. Now we're not going to do anything with the name. As I discovered during my last recording attempt, you can't name things, multiple things, the same thing, which is kind of counterproductive in my opinion, but to each his own. And the idea of a $1.20 drink in a theme park is kind of nice. Now we're going to leave this the same also. We're not going to charge people for the bathroom. Okay. Yep, I did tag that. Okay. So now we have a gentle ride and a thrill ride, which is low intensity, but still a thrill ride. What other options do we have? Well, we have boat hire. This is a gentle ride, since all you're doing is rowing boats. But it's kind of hard to steer people unless you put them on a track. And I wouldn't personally want to go on a boat ride while all I'm going to do is row around in a circle. Me personally. So we're gonna skip that. Now we could afford a wooden roller coaster, but we don't want to have to take out more money. So we're gonna go ahead and do our first roller coaster. And what I'm actually gonna do, let's go ahead and start this. Did it just lock? Oh, don't do this. There it goes. Sorry about that. Kind of had me a heart attack moment. Okay, so I'm going to do that and okay, we should be back. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start our first coaster here. And we're going to start by keeping in mind that this spot right here is already reserved. So, and we want an empty space here. So we're going to move it out minimum to here. Excuse me, one over. Because we got to allow for the exit up against the road. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we got an alert about our price. It's too cheap apparently. So let's raise that up to $10. Okay, so Steel Mini Roller Coaster. It's not, as the description on it said, This is not a coaster that can be built very high. Just simply cannot be. But with that being said, you can do some interesting things with it, like right here. You can, as you can see, there's a lift hill right out of the station, and it lifts up and around. And then we're of course going to go up and down. We're going to continue this around and around, round. Take that up. We can't, too far. Okay, so let's do a gentler slope, and then whoosh, narrow. Can we do a gentler? Nope. Gonna do a harsh oopsie, looks like, which is fine. What I refer to as an oopsie, and that's not gonna work. Oh, wait, yes it will. Okay, so there's that. Then we're gonna swing around this way. And that's going to hit this smack into the lift, I believe. If I get rid of that tree, am I clear? No, I'm not. Okay. So let's actually let it go straight, and I'm still going to smack into it. Okay. So let's do boom, level that out. Building coasters in this game, as in any other RCT, Rollercoaster Tycoon title, is really a acquired skill, because it can be very finicky as far as what it wants to do and what it will allow the player to do. But with that being said, there's a couple of general rules of thumb to keep the intensity and the nausea value of the ride down. Obviously, if you have a very nausea-inducing ride, your handyman, which is the next step we got to do, is establish our staff. They will constantly be having to clean up puke, which I can't speak for you folks, but can't say I have cleaning up puke as my preferred thing to do with life. So we're going to put some brakes here. Now there's a reason for that. It's not common, but it is known, from time to time that the ride will break down, and it will have its station brakes fail, which means that we want to slow down our train to the lowest we can get it right before we get in there. Now let's go ahead and put our entrance. Can I put it there? Nope. There? Nope. Yep, there. Right there. Okay, cool. Make sure that we can actually put our line there. Yes, we can. Okay, cool. Can I bring under? I sure can't. Okay, how about now? Boom. So there's our line for that. And of course we need our exit. Exit will be right over here. Okay, so while we're working on this, track is not complete. Really now. Okay, so let's complete that. Let's just keep this bank going. Boom, now we're complete. Alright, so while that's testing, I'll leave that up here so you can watch that. So I can watch that too. And then we're going to go ahead and bring our path on down to our coaster entrance. And we're going to go ahead and extend this out. So we have lamp, 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 lamp. Alright, looks like our train made it through. Always a good sign. Okay, so then this had what? What was our last thing? We had cans. So we had bench, lamp, can, lamp, bench. bench, can, bench, can, bench, can you do the can? Just kidding. I remember playing there the itty bitty child. Alright, so there's our footpath set aside. So let's see what we produced here. We produced medium, high, medium. So I'll charge $3 a ride for this. Well, we'll start at 3. And in keeping with our forest theme, we'll call this pillar crawler. Alrighty. So then we will close that and then open. We're going to do some modifications here. We have a red track, but let's do green, or not really off looking green, which is supposed to be close to the kind of sort of supposed to be close to the grass, I guess. Make it look like we've got wood supports here. Okay, so that is actually backwards. I want that to be brown and this to be green. There we go. And then ladybird cards, which hopefully we'll be able to change out eventually, but we'll do green cars with a brown. Or actually, let's do kind of like monarch butterfly larvae. We'll do white and black. All right. Let's actually make sure that sound is up. I'm not hearing anything. Of course, I am wearing headphones, so that might be why I'm not hearing anything. Research-wise, we already got the Ferris wheel. All right, cool. So next thing we're going to need to do is, since we have concessions and all that, we need to start looking at staff. There's a lot of ways you can do staff, but the way to make them most efficient is to limit them to a relatively small area and set a patrol pattern, because otherwise they're going to walk around willy-nilly, and not a lot will actually end up getting done. The other reason is like what you're seeing here, the handymen actually have a tendency to, or you can turn it off, but it actually improves the look of your park if you allow them to mow naturally. Having your park not look like it's growing out of control, always a good thing. And we got good timing because our first mechanic job has just occurred. Because Barrel Roll here broke down, and here he is answering the radio call in the entrance line. Okay, so there's our first mechanic. These 2, 3, and 4. Am I losing my marbles? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I might have gotten one of my handyman shortchanged. Let's look at that. We've got you. Am I just losing my mind? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And handyman 2. So I'm trying to figure out, I'm a little OCD with this stuff. So we got 1, 2, 3. No, I wasn't losing my mind. I did shortchange somebody. So handyman 3, we're going to go ahead and cut out of those 2. And he'll be mowing for quite a while now. Which is fine. Not a big deal. So let's see. We're only 100 guests away from our goal here, and it's only May, so we still have the whole summer months, all the summer months to go before we're even close to ready to go as far as that goes. What's next in research? We're doing roller coasters being released the 1st of June. It is the 15th of May. We could do another thrill ride, which I suppose we should. We want, now it's always a kind of a balancing act, because want to constantly be adding new attractions to your park in order to maintain interest from guests and keep up your increases in guest arrivals. And obviously, they want to have a variety of rides and activities to do and foods to eat, obviously, that too. Um, but with that being said, you have to maintain and constantly be adding new stuff, because otherwise, it being a theme park, it will eventually, people will start to lose interest because there's simply put nothing there. If there's nothing there, then what's the point? So we just put in our security guard. That way, if we have unhappy guests, they won't break our lamps, benches, and trash cans. And, oh, I wish I could mow that fast. I'd be so happy. So what we're going to do now is we're actually going to add in a second concession area. So we have an empty space, 1, 2, 3, 4, and another empty space. Let's go ahead and add in our accessories here. We have lamps. This is going to be a bench, can, and bench. Okay, so then concessions wise, we had ice cream in the last one, so let's do burgers here. And drinks. And bathroom. Now we don't have to adjust pricing, because if you remember, when we did the pricing at the other end of the park, we did in fact set up a universal pricing thing. So no concerns there. Now we're going to do a little bit of modification here to the park, because we have so much, we are kind of limited on space. We only have, let's see, if I zoom out here, you can see our total area. We have all this land and all this land, but you look at the blueprint or the footprint of a single coaster, and this is a cheap coaster by all means. This is a cheap coaster. So relatively, it did cost us almost a little over $4,000, but it's relatively cheap for a coaster. So there's a couple other designs we can do. Depending on what we get, it looks like we're getting Steel Roller Coaster in June, at the beginning of June, which is pretty close. We're going to put another gentle ride and another thrill ride over here, keeping that same pattern. But then we'll have, we're going to do a T intersection, so over here and over here, and that'll give us thrill ride, gentle ride, and then up to 3 coasters in this area. And the realistic aspect of it is you can't do a whole lot in a single year. And $10,000, this game was released in 2000, so I was 10 when this game came out. I'm 30 now, by the way, if I had not already mentioned that. So I'm an old man. It's pretty great. Ta-da! Anyway, let's also go ahead, actually, let's do some decorating. Let's put some flowers in, because torturing people with allergies is apparently a thing that companies love to do. Park has received an award for being the tidiest park in the country. How about that? Okay, so we're going to go boom, doom, doom. Alright. So then over here, same thing. Let's do between these 2 entrances. So let's see, we'll do doom, 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 and doom, 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 doom. Cool. And the gardeners or the handyman will keep that watered. Okay, so we have our second coaster. Now we're actually going to keep this space reserved. I'm hoping something gets researched like a water ride. That way we can put a water ride here that'll really complete the string there. But what we're going to do now is we're actually going to take our T branch here. And we're going to come over 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6, 7, 8, and 10. Okay. Now we're going to want to put things there pretty quickly because the guest AI in this game are not the most brilliant. So, you got to keep in mind that's why we're putting our entrances, or excuse me, our exits so close to the path, because that way there's no dead ends for them to think they're getting lost in, which does tend to happen. So we have can, we have bench, can, bench, can, bench, can, bench, can, and then we have bench, 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 vents. Something seems off. Do I miscount? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I did. There's a good reason it doesn't look quite right, and it's because I miscounted. And bench. Okay. So, like I said, we're going to keep up the same trend, and we're going to do a gentle ride. Now, we got a couple of different options here, but we're going to probably go ahead and do the Ferris wheel down here. And this is a 4 wide. So, we want to put it... can we put it here? No, we can't, because the roller coaster's in the way. So, we'll stick it here. We'll put the entrance over here, and the exit, like I said, right here. And let's see, can we put the path there? No, we can't. So, kind of fudges with my idea there. So let's go ahead and bring it around here. There we go. And go ahead and open. This is going to be $1 to get on. Now we're going to modify this. We're going to only do 1 rotation because this does not rotate so nearly as fast. There's our gentle ride. Next up is our thrill ride. So let's see what we have as far as thrill rides. We have the swinging ship. Let's go ahead and keep it more or less the same. So this is actually 5 wide, but the effective area is only 3. So we're going to go ahead and slap this down right here. I actually need to go over and do my coloring over there. Is that right? Did I say 3? I did say it right. Sweet. Sweet deal, man. So anyway, we'll have that. Let's go ahead and draw our entrance line. Ding, 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 ding. Boom. Okay, so this is actually going to be Viking Adventure. Looks like a longboat galley, so we'll do that. This is also going to be $1 to enter. And we'll let that swing the same way. This is fine, but we're going to change this color to the nice green that kind of sort of blends with the grass. And same thing with the ship here. We're going to do brown and green accent. Alright. And we need to do the same thing over here, but we need to rename that. We're going to call the Ferris wheel wagon wheel. And colors. Let's see, these totally look like wooden supports, right? You totally want to get on a big water wheel, basically. Huh. So let's see, we'll do green accent, and we'll do brown wheel. Alright. So, we have our handyman. Where's the handyman number 3? Okay, so we're actually going to modify this gentleman's control route, and we're going to go 1, 2, and 1, 2. And that way he takes care of the area. He's cleaning up the puke that somebody left over there. We're going to hire another mechanic, and he's going to cover the same area. And ditto a security guard. Okay, so that should be all the staff that we ever need. Happy days. What are we doing for here? We got a shopper stall coming in on the 20th of July. We got, actually, if you've been paying attention, we are actually in excess of our goal. Our goal was 253 or 250 guests, park rating of what was it? 600, I believe. 600. Our park rating is currently sitting at 816, so we're doing fantastically good. Now the thing is about the original Rollercoaster Tycoon is that there is no fast forward, none. So you have to be patient. This is a game that requires you to exercise a sense of patience. Nothing can certainly go all that fast. We have about $4,500, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a brief little coaster, not a big one, because what we're going to do is what's referred to as a shuttle loop. Nope, we have an alert that our price is too cheap, so let's go ahead and jack that up to 15. And let's see. We want to make sure that this has plenty of space, so let's go ahead and do a 7 long station here. Because what we're actually going to do is we're going to bring it up, around, and we're going to smack into that. So let's bring it the other way. Up, around again, down, 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 down. And then this is going to come up. We're going to do a loop, swing around, not a loop left, but we'll do a loop right. Alrighty, and we're going to twist this up so we stay on the same general area and make sure that we've got plenty of height, because then it's going to build up speed and go back through everything. So that takes up most of our money. So let's see if we can make this coaster idea work. This is not going to be full circuit mode. This is going to be powered launch. Let's try it out on 40 miles an hour and see what we get. Entrance not built. Yeah, well, you know what, Bud? You're absolutely correct. I have not built the entrance. So we're going to build the entrance over here and our exit over here. And then we're going to test this. Okay, off to a good start. Down our first loop-the-loop and around our second loop-the-loop. Up our trail here. And we're slowing down. We might not make it back up this hill. Oh, yep we did. How about that? Now keep in mind, it'll actually speed up and gain more momentum when it's got a load full of passengers. But let's see what we get here. Almost 4 G's vertical, which is interesting. Almost 2 G's lateral. High, medium. So this one we can actually charge $4 for. And we're going to ixnay that. Let's go ahead and draw our entrance line. Our entrance line, of course, will need to dodge our track to the extent possible. So we'll stick that right there. And then we're open for this. This is going to be, let me think. What would be this one? This one would be let's just call this one the we'll just call this one the chainsaw, since it goes back and forth. And we'll see what we get there. Okay, so swinging ships at full swing, no pun intended. As is this, let's go ahead and throw in some more flowers. We'll do 1, 2, and 1, 2, followed by these at 1, 2, and 1, and that's right in the way. So it'll be fine. Okay, so from your guys' perspective, this is going to take a while because well, they have an information kiosk that'll add some revenue. This is what I was leaving this empty space right here for. Now, at this location, people can buy their park maps and umbrellas, especially useful as we get into cooler weathers, and also helps people keep from getting lost. So with that being said, let's go ahead and make our umbrella color green. Did it change it here? I doubt it. Nope, it didn't. We'll do this one brown, the other one green, in keeping with our general color theme. Okay, so from your guys' perspective, we're gonna come back. You guys obviously won't notice the difference. I'll put the two clips together, but we're gonna wait. It's July year 1, and we're gonna bring you back in when we're getting a little bit closer to our goal, or if something happens. So quite a bit of time has passed. We're now in the final month, quickly getting through it too. Our guest rating is starting to slide a little bit, but as you can see, we've gained quite a bit of money. What are some of our primary concerns here? Let's go ahead and go to guests, and let's look at thoughts, or not thoughts, actions, thoughts. Okay, so chainsaw right here is now being touted as too expensive. Let's lower that down to $3. Let's see, chainsaw, caterpillar crawler, same thing. So we'll lower that down to $2. Not paying that much to go in cabin in the woods. Okay, so this one is also going to go down half, 50 cents. So the reason that we came back, apart from the fact we're getting close to the end of the year, is because of this. The log flume has been researched. So we're going to go ahead and try to knock this out as quick as we possibly can. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then let's see. Log flumes are a little bit ticklish because they are on the slow side. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring it out and up. Let's get that tree out of the way. And we're going to go around. Little drop. Round again. Little drop. And around to the straightaway. We're going to do one final climb. Log flumes you can do long. Oops. Let's actually let that go straight. So we're just about where we want to be there. Log flumes are one that you can do extremely long tracks on, but they're just really not that necessary to be. It's not necessary to make them that complicated. So we got entrance here. Oh, roller coaster's in the way. Okay, entrance here, exit here. And we got rain coming in right at the end of the season. How about that? So let's go over and then up. Over, if we can. So what we're actually going to do, let's back up. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. Oh, snap. Didn't even notice. Alright, well, way to go, Derek. And this was station platform, right? Yep, that was. How much time we got left? 20th, so we're getting close. Let's go ahead and set that to test. I highly doubt we'll finish the test before That's the end of the scenario, but we'll try it. Okay, so we're going to actually make this entrance, up, up, over, over, down, down, over, over, into the entrance. Okay, so while that's going, we'll do our normal scheme. Brown supports like it's sitting in a log. Brown supports like it's on top of a log foundation with a green interior. And of course, let's make sure the logs are brown. And this is going to be river track. Okay, so as far as our objectives go, we've boosted our park rating back up to almost 800. We have over 200 past the goal of what we actually needed as far as guests. Looks like these guys, what's up with this? Path is disgusting. Where's my handyman? It's a good question. Where is this Yahoo? Come over here and clean up the pook. And I'm going to be shocked if this thing actually finishes testing before the end of the season. We'll keep going in any case, or the end of the scenario, excuse me, because we want to know what this one actually turns out, even if we don't ever end up actually using it. Because our last train, or our last log here is still coming through the second drop. So there goes our first log down the main drop and into the station. So let's see what we get. It is the 30th. Let's see if I can center as many people as I can. Not many people down here now. Unobstructed. Here we go. That's a good view. 2 minutes, 42 seconds. 32-foot drop is the highest drop, so not too bad. Medium, low, low. So we'll put this up at $2. Not that it's going to matter, or $2.50, because here's the end of the objective, or the end of the scenario. Of course, everybody pauses what they're doing to clap, except for a few people who are just down and out. So let's see. We beat our objective with a company value of $4,142, so not too shabby. So we're going to go ahead and mark this as me, Derek. Boom. Awesome. And for giggles, let's reset that and then open it. Alrighty. So that's going to be it for Forest Frontiers. So thank you guys very much for joining me for this new series. And if you enjoyed the video, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know how I'm doing. I'm always open to comments and criticism, so please feel free. Apart from that, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and we will see you in the next one. See ya!